Right, so hopefully we are live. Let me actually check right here on my phone if we indeed are live, which should hopefully be yes. Well, it doesn't seem to reflect right there. Okay, just show that we are live. That's cool. Well, I don't know whether it's. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I am able to see that we are live. Give me a second. Seems it seems as if I should probably increase this a little bit. If I should probably increase this a little bit. Right, so that's just no, on second thought, this is completely okay. Yeah, okay. So now that my weird setup is done, we can finally get started. Right. So let me actually open up a web browser to actually show you guys what we'll be trying to make today. Where is my, yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I want you to ignore that completely. So there we go. Probably need that someplace, and yeah, that should make sense. So essentially what we'll be making, oops, I messed stuff up. Essentially what we'll be making is a notification server, and yeah, so to make this notification server, we'll be using, this is a better color, yeah, we'll be using Go, plus we will be using WebSockets. I don't know why that is showing up like that. That's pretty weird. Okay, well, that was the wrong intersection probably. That seems to make more sense. Oof. Forgive me if I'm a little bit clumsy. I'm quite new to i3, and it's taking a while to get used to the whole thing of it, essentially. But yeah, so we have WebSockets right here, and what am I even doing? This is not the architecture per se, so you guys know how we'll be building a notification server. If you do not, we'll simply be using Go and setting up WebSockets so that a client can sort of listen on a permanent connection to the WebSocket. That's essentially what we'll be doing. I don't have much experience with WebSockets, so this is going to be pretty new for me as well. So I'm pretty excited for that. Right. So what we'll be trying to do is essentially our API backend will have two routes: subscribe and listener. Right. So in order to essentially be validated to listen, a program first has to subscribe. So that's big. So essentially a program first has to subscribe, and once it is subscribed, it gets a auth token. Right. Uh, how do I do that? Uh, Auth token. And this auth token can be used to connect to listener, and if this is a success, this listener is converted into is upgraded, as they call it, is upgraded to become a WebSocket. And after this, the whole thing is pretty standard, really. The WebSockets keep sending data to the oops, I can just do that like this. The WebSockets keep sending data to the client. Right. Oh, hi, Indian from South. Hello, world indeed. Right. So, yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. We'll be building a notification server. So this is essentially the framework. Not framework, what do we call it? Architecture. Right, architecture as I've described it. So I have already tried building out something similar in my quest to learn sockets, essentially. But yeah, I mean, it is a really simple subscriber server, right? I know I'm scrolling fast that you don't understand it right now, but the basic idea I had going behind it was I would create a table called subs, and right here, if you see, I have two channels as I was describing, sub and listen. And all of this was good and all, but I was trying to use this was not what I used in the beginning. I was trying to use the original WebSocket server in Golang. It's called golang.org/x/net/WebSockets. It's sort of their extension pack for the default Golang library. I was using that, and it was really hard to essentially come up with an authentication method for it. So this is my attempt in using this new thing called github.com/gorilla/websockets. There we go. I guess that's a singular socket. There we go. This is quite well tested and widely used. So yeah. Right somewhere here. Let's see if they have any doc. Okay, they do have documentation. I know Mux. Mux is pretty popular. Gorilla Mux as it's called. But we want more about WebSocket. So that's just their documentation. But I was curious, how do they... Okay, so you call an upgrader method. And okay, so you have a I'm sorry, chat might not be able to see this like I do. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Right. So essentially we can set up an upgrader struct with all of the default options. That's cool. And all we need to do is pass in the writer and the reader of the actual thing that we get. That makes sense. Okay, so echo and home. Yeah. So this is just hard-coded stuff. Okay, I love that. Essentially, yeah, once the upgrade is done, we do the normal for loop stuff, and that is essentially all we're doing. And this is not usually a good practice. If the error is not nil, you usually do not break out of the loop and end the socket connection. This breaking out essentially ends the socket connection. So people don't usually do that. There's some sort of error detection thing, but I guess this is a very simple example. So that's the server. Let's look at how the client is. Okay, so the client makes a signal, a channel that's of the type OS signal. And oh, so you can also, oh, that makes sense. url.url websocket.default dialer. Oh, so we also have a listener that we can set up. That's cool. That's cool. So this example would be quite important for us, because yeah, that this essentially tells us what to do. But yeah, I would like to see some more examples before we actually this command example would also be pretty cool. So yeah, this is usually done to do the privilege management stuff. So imagine you have a CLI tool that needs to communicate with the server, but your CLI tool itself is running in sudo mode and you want to execute the command and lower this thing. This is the method that's commonly used. So yeah, this does make sense. But essentially it boils down to us setting up the websocket.upgrader. Right, so this is quite convenient, honestly. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. So let us try doing that. So let's call this noobnotif. Yeah, something like that would be cool. That go noobnotif. Let's initialize a git repo. Go mod init noobnotif. Okay, so there we go. Let's open it up in tmarks. Okay, that makes sense. Let's open up main.go. Package main right there. Func main fmt dot println hello world. There we go. Hope that works. Let me open up netrw. Alright. Yeah, I actually recently shifted from using nvim tree, so yeah, I'm still getting used to doing stuff like this. But anyways, so a makefile build command is going to be go build -o bin/notif, right? And the run command builds it first and then just runs this notif right there. That makes sense. Let's quickly execute mkdir bin so we don't run into errors. Let me open up a new thing. Let's make run hello world. There we go. Awesome. Let's actually enable some transparency so my theme looks way cooler. But yeah, we have essentially set it up, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that makes sense. And yeah, so the next step is going to be to set up a DB, because we need somewhere to store these subs. So I already do have a database called subs that I was using for testing before, so I can probably create a DB called notif. That makes sense. Right. Oops, I accidentally detached from the whole session. Probably would not do that. Okay. And okay, a quick side quest here, but surviving without nm tree is quite impossible. I did think that looks cool, but damn, I do need this. It is quite difficult to survive without the nm tree. I hadn't expected it, honestly. Yes. Okay. Okay. So hopefully now when I open this up and call in lazy. Oops, I don't know what happened. Ah, I have no idea what's happening. Okay. Whatever, it works. Anyhow. Right. Yeah. So, this is the tricky part right here. I need to do some env stuff. Oh, I forgot to respond. Hello, Indian from South. Wait, where did that go? Where did that go? Alright. I need to quickly do some env stuff. So give me 1 second to quickly copy paste stuff essentially. And I will be talking in the meanwhile. But yeah, this is to db subs and .en. Okay. cd cat.en. This right here. Okay, new file. Paste all of that in. So that's all good and nice. Remove that from you, and there we go. We're back. I'm sorry, I needed to basically get in this .env file without exposing my password because it's a whole weird thing. But okay, so let's quickly make a utils.go. Let's still up the package main thing, and this just gets the db URL. It returns a string, obviously, and I think the package name is go.env. We load it. Okay, and once we load it, we can just say db URL is os dot I guess it's get enbn of db URL. There we go, and this just returns the db URL. And if the db URL is equal to an empty string, we panic with error env variable db URL not set. Okay, we quickly run go mod td, and that installs the package for us. That makes sense. Okay, next we create db.go. This too is part of package main, but honestly I should be putting these in different packages because that would make more sense. But yeah, it's okay for now. Let's quickly also have a struct. Do we really need a struct? We probably don't. I mean, this can be included in the default context itself, so we wouldn't need that. But okay, then this should probably, I guess this is the right place to declare it. Anyhow, it's all in the same thing. We just call this server, and what do? We call subs to be a map of WebSocket. I usually get recommendation WebSocket dot connection and a bool. Alright, that's why I was not getting. Yeah, that is the one we want to use. install that. There we go. That's done. Oh, I don't think we need that in Go. And then we can do that right there. That makes sense. Also, we will be needing one more thing. It's called github.com/lib/pq. It is oh, so modi. Oh, it's not modi. There we go. So now we have all of the drivers we need. New DB instance, right? And that returns a pointer to sql.db. I forget how you do this. I guess it is something like this. And that's Postgres. And this is get DB URL. Gets the DB URL. And if error is not null, we want this to panic as well. Unable to establish connection with DB. Okay. DB declared and not used. If else, just return the DB. Although I usually like to set up all of my initial queries here itself, so it becomes a bit easier to track them. So create table if not exists. Sub. That's a weird name, I know, but okay, so first we want it to be an ID, which would be text, and that would act as the primary key. Next would be the name. We would want the name of the individual that we would like to address. Like it's usually usually when you get ads from apps, they usually include your name in it. So it's good to have, but not necessary really. And right here is important. So the method I'll be following is going to be pretty weird. So we would call this key. Key is usually a bad word. Let's just call it password. And that's of type text as well. And next can be a quick created at, which should be a timestamp, and the default would be now. Right, that makes sense. And in the future, to store the notifications, we would also make a notifications table, which would again have an ID of text that would be the primary key, the title of the notification, right? So the title would be the text and the content would be the text, and the created at would be a timestamp. The default would be now, and that's about it, I guess. And nothing comma error would be what, db.exec, that query right there. And if the error is not null, we once again panic with the error unable to init the db. No new variables because that was already declared. Makes sense. Okay, so we have essentially written out the new db instance. Okay, however that would still need to be passed in right there. So okay, so the new server, and that returns a pointer to the server. This would essentially return server, and the subs would be make a map of and bool, and the db would be new db instance. Right, actually small test. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so I'm back. Oh, the voice is going there. Anyways, uh, right. So now that we have a new server instance, we can do a lot more stuff. So one more thing that I usually do is we have a subscriber right there. The guy has an ID of type string. We do not want that to be JSONable right yet, but uh, is that how you do it? I really don't know. I forget. Name would be a string, and the password would be a string, and the created at would be a string as well. Oh, right. Those syntax is weirdly confusing at times. Anyways, yeah. So let's make the sister functions of this. So this would accept an instance of the server, and this would be insert sub, and that accepts a string as this thing, and that just returns an error, or it would also return a string comma error, but would it really? Well, I'm still trying to figure out how the actual auth would be done, right? Because, well, there is no way that could exist. I mean, we can use the auth key in itself to query the database. Like, the auth key itself can be a way for the user to identify himself. I mean, I can obviously see the stuff that can go wrong with it, but it would be very, very, very easy to implement it. So I guess it is fine. It's finally my choice. Well, we needn't worry about it right now. It can just return the password, so the user can store it as a key or store it as a cookie or whatever. Right, so the query can essentially be insert into subs name, it's ID comma name comma password, and values would be -1, -2, -3. Right. The error would be s.db.exec, that query, but before that actually happens, we would, or this is where I get in some pre-made guns essentially. It's utils.go right here. This right here is what I'll be needing. So into utils.go, set that in, and what is that? Yeah. Okay. I like to call this ran hash. That's like one of my favorite function names. There we go. We get in some real quick ran hash action. Okay. I wonder if it would be better if I return the subscriber itself. Like, why not? Plus, I don't really need to query the database. Okay, so the sub would be subscriber, the ID would be ran hash, the name would be the name, the password would be ran hash. Okay, right there. And created at would be time dot now dot time dot now dot string. There we go. We want this to have about 10 unique characters and the password to have 16, which is quite standard. Okay, so this one by one, sub dot id dot name and sub dot password. There we go. And if the error is not nil, then we return just a subscriber and the error itself. If else, we will return the sub and nil. There we go. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes complete sense, I guess, to me. And the next func would be, we take the server in as the context, and it would be, what do I call this? Third sub, and that the other would be get sub then. And this takes in the ID and returns a subscriber and an error. There. And this would be select staff from sub where ID equals $1, and this would be rows comma error would be s.db.exec query query row query comma ID, and we declare var sub to be a subscriber, and query row returns 1. Okay, there we go. Right. So now the error would be rows.scan sub dot we need to pass in like that, sub dot id sub dot name sub dot password and sub dot created at. There we go, perfect. And then if error is not nil, we just return a normal subscriber filled by the error, or else we return our brand new sub and a no error. That seems perfect. Yeah, that kind of seems perfect. And the reason that we are not really using any sort of ORM or stuff like that is to essentially avoid complexity. I mean, look at the amount of stuff we have. We barely have anything. So now is the time to test all of this up, which is what I'm scared for. New server. So okay, so this right here should be test 1, honestly. So let me quickly run a make run, and okay, so that's a relief. Oh, I was never in Tmux. Tmux, there we go. Never really was in Tmux. Oops, we don't want those many stuff. We just want that PSQL. This would be notif if I'm not sure. Let's go quick /td. Okay, so our notification and subs table are created. If I do a select star from subs, we will see that we have all of the stuff we need. Oops. Oops. Package main, func main. Server is new. New server. And the server dot insert sub of, let's call in my name. So actually that was a bad idea. Is notif still running? Yes, notif is still running. Let's kill that right there. Make run. Okay, let's select start. Okay, there we go. No signs. We have a good password, and yeah, that's essentially all we need. But considering we are ignoring that as a whole, but yeah, we should probably print it out. Actually, you know what? Now that we already have a guy, let's not do anything. Dash. Okay, so now our new file is where we will have some more interesting stuff going on. So it's api.go. I don't know why all of my backends end up in a similar structure, but it's essentially what happens. Just don't ask me how it does. And actually, considering this thing right here would be sort of perfect for the API rather than this, right? Because it makes sense to have that right there instead of that. So we actually have something that's going on, but and this too, honestly. Not yeah. This too, honestly. Okay, there we go. This all is lot more sense. So we have a very good thing going on, right? Cool. How long has it been since we are streaming, by the way? Oh, quite a bit. That's cool. Oh, the 5 members watching. Hello. Right, so as we were discussing, we were going to be setting up the lesson route first. But before that, let us actually set up the the server itself running. So let's create a quick function which takes in the context of the server. Call it start server right there. Just to be a bit fancy, we can probably specify a port like that. Next, all it would be is that, and does it return anything? Oh, that returns an error. Error is that to the port and nil. If error is not nil, we panic with the error. Simple. And then we go to main.go. We have created a new server, so let's just go fmtp.println listening at port 123. Not 12345, just 123. And then it would be server dot start server at port 1234. There we go. So now if I actually go ahead and call make run, you will actually see that it's listening at port 123. And let's actually have a quick verification whether if the server is actually listening. One thing I love about Go is it it's never really a matter of where you write your functions, if you know what I mean. Like, it helps me create a mental context of stuff. So, okay, so handle home something. That would be a HTTP response writer, and this would be R would be a pointer to HTTP dot request, and this would just fmtp dot f. Since W is a response writer, it is essentially a file descriptor to which we can just write stuff to. So this could be hello from notef v0.0 or 1. There we go. I know that's an unused parameter R. We should probably do something like that. There we go. This is where we'll be declaring all of the routes. So that as simple as http handle func homepage. Oops, I bought this new keyboard and I end up pressing page down instead of the down arrow for some weird reason. It's a whole thing. Handle home. Right, so let me run a quick make run again. Go to some place and test in localhost 1234. There we go. Hello from notef version v.0.1. That is awesome. Okay, so let me grab a blue pen or something and call that a tick. So we have set up the basis of the notification server. The next would be to actually do stuff. Anyways, let's create the function called handle subscribe, and that would again be a http dot response right. Oh, not a response controller, we want it to be a response writer, and R to be a context http dot request rather, right there. And if R dot method is post, we do all of the cool stuff. If else we are not the cool people, we'll essentially be like only post route, but we'll add in a smiley face. We don't want to sound like a psychopath or something. http dot handle func subscribe s dot handle subscribe. There we go. That would introduce it. Okay, so I think this is how you do it. R dot pass form. Yeah, that is how you do it. Oh, that just returns 1. What does it return? Okay, that's a weird thing. And if error is not null, I don't know, fmtp dot printf form parse error, something like that, and let's pass a string. Okay, then instead of that, let's do a ln, so that just takes in the w and like that. Okay. Oh, not to mention the way you with the request is you return it, so we also have to return. And okay, I guess now it would be as simple as telling name is r dot form, is that uh, form value? R dot form, dot get, okay, dot get the name. If name is equal to nothing, then uh, no attribute name found. No, we won't really have any error. So I just checked. The sound is way too loud. There we go. That should hopefully make sense. Otherwise, let us just write it as that. You got mail. I'm just kidding. And the name. There we go. Okay, so this is the first part of actually coming up with a subscriber. So we run a make run. We need it to be post. So we do need post one. Yeah, that name is kind of ironic. Okay. Oh my god, my laptop is actually about to blast. I should probably try lowering its this thing a little bit by closing all of those stuff. But yeah. Okay, so new URL, localhost 1234. That way you guys be able to see it. Slash subscriber. The key would be name. Hello. And that right there. Only post route. Well, it is a post route. Do you need it to be a capital thing or something? If so, that is a weird request. Oh, first name, hello. Cool. So we have ourselves the name, ladies and gentlemen. And now all we need to do is in the subscribers s dot, okay, so the sub comma error s dot insert sub of name. If the error is not null, then we essentially just write to this, call it w, and error inserting, and put that right in. If else, we would probably if print ln write in the sub subscribe. Actually, this is better if it's a formatted thing. Subscribed right there. Password is that. So this is a easily parsable format as well. This is temporary, just to show you essentially. If it's an actual environment, it would probably be a wise idea to either URL encode this or put it in some sort of a 200 or 400 500 sort of situation, or the best of all, set a cookie. But since it's a test environment, really, that's okay. We do not want our first name to be hello. We would probably want it something like Ram, or how about something like Jake or something. Yeah, send that in. Alright, I forgot to restart the damn thing. Should probably use air, but my CPU temperature is already a lot. I don't want to sit anymore. Oh, so we got a password and we have the subscriber. There we go. We have Jakey Jake right there with the password. Cool. Okay. So yeah, the first part we have essentially done it. Okay. What's taking up so much CPU? I mean, normally stuff don't take up CPU so much, but oh, it's OBS. I can't really do anything about that. Yeah, and the Chrome doesn't help. True. Yep. Well, this is a necessary evil because I would need it. That sucks. That's okay. Hopefully my full laptop can handle it for a while. Okay. Anyways, so now that we have set up the subscriber, let us talk a little bit about how we would go about actually actually listening and stuff, because that in itself would be a whole other challenge. So the way WebSockets work is everything is the same at first. Let me see if I can open up Excalibur again. Just have to site someplace. And the way WebSockets essentially work, let's call this the server, and let's call this the client, right? So I do not know, I honestly do not remember the exact acknowledgement syntax, like it sends an ACK and it responds with the ACK. I don't actually remember it, but somewhere along this way the connection is actually upgraded to be a socket connection. So instead of a one-way street, it is now a two-way street. So the way that you would normally go about doing something like that would be to use the inbuilt WebSocket libraries, or set up a TCP IP listener that sends in the correct header, right? But however, the TCP IP route would be pretty how do I put it, would be pretty hard to implement, especially for someone who is just beginning out in Go like me. You would have to consider in a lot more parameters and do a lot more, have a lot more grasp of the concept. So we will be using this WebSocket library from Gorilla, which is very famous toolkit library for Go. It is extremely awesome. So yeah, we would just essentially be using this. And yeah, to be honest, I do not know much about yeah, about WebSockets, so expect a lot of mistakes. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, can send in the right buffer and read buffer size. I mean, yeah, a kilobyte of buffer being read in each instance is a good thing. A set read limit of just 5 and 2. That's weird. Ping pong. Oh, so this is trying to. Okay, so that's trying to be a mutex. Actually, speaking of mutexes, we should probably set a mutex up for our whole thing. Yeah, a mutex would be a must. Mutex would be pretty important. But yeah, we can hopefully put it up in our to-do. Where did just pull back to content. So okay. So now for the actual hard part. Func is to be the server handle notification handle. Yeah, handle notification. Really? Handle notification. And yeah, that takes in a http dot response writer. R is http dot request, and yeah, we would need to get the okay. So first things first, up this. Right here. Just copy that. Oh wait, we do not need all of this. It can be any route. The WebSocket, I do not know which route it is. Yeah, but we basically want the auth header. And the auth header would be, how do I get it? Fetch dot header dot is that how you do it? Header dot get authorization tool. Okay, for now, just exactly return what you found. Do not do anything with it. Just I usually, whenever it is something complex, I usually like to go step by step. So let's see if we can get the auth header. Oh, and now once we get the auth header, we can experiment with parsing it, stuff like that, you know. It just makes the whole thing a little bit easier. That can be a notif s dot handle subscribe or handle notification, I think we called it. There we go. I honestly need to learn how to make high order functions in Go. It's been long in my to do. Okay. How do I do that? I think I need Postman. I'm sorry, browser. It's not browsers. I'm sorry, laptop. I know, lot of stress today. There we go. Honestly, what's the bitrate? Oh, does have a lower bitrate. Okay. So no longer subscriber. We want it to be a notif. and inherit auth from parent, like basic auth. Oh no, not basic auth. Authorization header. Auth one? No. Bearer token. Is that what it's called? I just usually like to come and put in authorization to be hello world, for example. Let's send this. And we got hello world. Perfect. Perfect. So we know that's okay. So yeah. That makes sense. Now all we need to do next, hopefully, is where did that go? Okay, so now that we do have the authorization header, I actually need to do this. We need to grab the password. Where did that go? Hey, where did that go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So paste that in. Before that, I do not know if this is the recommended way at all. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit so that the yanking is accurate, or else I would not want to yank inaccurate text. Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. So now it's time to parse it. So what do we call it? Key comma password would in fact be auth header dot split at that. Split returns two variables. Okay, so that returns okay. Parsed. Let's just call it parsed, and the name or the ID would now be passed of 0, and the password would be passed of 1. If ID equals nothing or password equals nothing, then fmtp dot fprintf no ID and password found. There we go. Rated. Oh, yeah. I knew that was copyrighted. Yeah, there we go. If error is not null, then what do? We just yank this right here. That. Oh, actually, I just remembered. I can be one of those really cool YouTubers who has the screen key up. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Well, that's awkward. Anyways, I was talking more like this, where actually had a is it SK? Oh, there we go. That is SK, but you'd probably want it in some obscure window that is not visible to the user. So cool. So yeah, that right there is my screen key setup. So you would actually be able to see what I'm typing. Getting sub of ID with that error. Okay, so that gets passed in. To be honest, I should probably screen key. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is small. Weird. Anyways, if sub dot password equals to password, oh, we would not want that. We want that again. Yeah, you will see that I am using the keys sometimes, so do not get mad at me. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Passwords are not matching, and yeah, we do not want this error. And this should in fact be that. There we go. Else, oh, oh, oops, we do not want it there. We want it there. Passwords, no, wait, let's just call it authored. No, it's authenticated, but authored sounds way fun. There we go. No, right here. Actually, yeah, this is pretty weird having that up there. Let's see if it has any options. Okay. Show settings. Window bottom fixed. Small geometry, screen opacity. Well, I'm sure there is something, but my puny brain cannot figure it out. Anyways, okay, let's see if. Oh, why do I always forget to? Authored. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we can have. I think I know why it is usually put up somewhere like that. So upgrader. Actually, I can just do that. Okay, upgrader would be websocket dot upgrader. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. So handshake time, read buffer, then do not limit. Honestly, I would like to set up a read buffer size of and the write buffer size to be. It just makes sense, right? And I am not actually returning the connections. I'm forgetting to return the connections, which is kind of embarrassing. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Oh. The caps lock. Okay, there we go. If all of this does pass through, then we would take error to be upgrader dot upgrade. How do we do that? We actually we actually do have quite a bit to learn from this. Oh, that's all we need to do. Okay. WRNet. Oh, that's already declared. uh, and if the error is not nil, uh, this should honestly, I should probably use the snippets thing so many people use. Oh, upgraded returns to connections. Alright, it also returns the WS, the actual WebSocket. For now, it's okay. But no, let that be there. And honestly, what kind is this? Okay, that's a pointer to the WebSocket, so I can go s.subs of ws be true. Awesome. And yeah, that right there is unable to upgrade the connection. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Oh, damn thing. Bad request. Enable upgrade the connection. But where is the bad request from? Like, I want to know where is the bad request from. The client is not using upgrade token not found in the connection header. Bad request. Where am I just printing out the problem? It's just that. Nowhere actually. Okay. So how to test WebSocket servers? Because I honestly don't know. Let's see if Google can come up with the answer. Oh, okay, that can be done with Postman. Cool. Oh, there is a WebSocket option. Where? Click on the new button and WebSocket. Cool. HTTP localhost, not HTTP, ws dash notif. The authorization header. We copy this, paste this right here. Then we try to connect. You know what? Not only should it be logged there, it should also be logged here. We do not need that. Now I can hopefully just copy this everywhere. Okay, and restart it and try to connect. Oh, is that why it was causing an error? Oh, connected, just like that. Just oh, can we really connect? This is my first time trying this, honestly. Will I send in a hello? Did I get something? Yeah, we sent in a hello. Okay, ws dot write message. How do I use that? Where do I write it? Like, yeah, I just want to write like thanks for connecting or something. Websocket.text message. Okay, so there's an inbuilt thing. There we go. So we essentially go into the for loop now. ws dot write message, and we get that from websocket.text message, and hello from the server. Oh right, it should be of the type bytes. Yeah, it's a whole weird thing. Why it should be in bytes. There we go. Now restart it. Oops. Disconnected. Alright, because yeah, that makes sense. Delete that altogether. Oops. Hello from server. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kill it before it crashes my computer. Restore them? Do not restore them. Damn it, made those many. Cool. So we have made it. That is quite, to be honest, I love that feeling. Okay. So once again, we pass in the server, but this time it is a very special route because this is called broadcast. And what this do is a simple HTTP thing, right? Right, and this would actually, this is the cool thing about it. Remember this map of WebSockets and Bool that we had taken, which seemed relatively useless back then? This can now be used to make this cool broadcast channel. Right, so first up we do the normal stuff. If the method is post, only then we consider it, or we are like, who are you, sir? If else, we just mtp.f printf fprintln, I think it's called, pass in w, and we say post only because we actually need to write some content there, not just time pass, right? And yeah, okay, so if it is post, we once again say error is r dot parse form. If error is not null, essentially that, and then we return, but it's not post only, it rather it is unable to parse form error. Okay, and message can be r dot form dot get message if the message is empty. If the message is empty, we essentially want the same thing with that. Okay, but instead of it being to enable the parse form, message attribute not found. As simple as that. Okay. So now that that is done, where did that go? Oh, there we go. This is some hardcore coding session. Oof. Okay, so now that we have the message attribute, for honestly, okay. So for connection comma state is the range of s dot subs, right? If stat on dot write message websocket dot text message, convert that message to bytes. And does write message return an error? Yeah, it does, but that's okay. Yeah, that's perfectly okay. That's it. That's essentially okay. So ws dot we actually send in a message to actually acknowledge that you're connected, so that it's not left in the connected to the notification server. Yeah, that makes sense. Make run. Okay, and oh wait, did I exit out of Postman? Not. Where did Postman go? Weird. Did Postman come here per se now? Well, the perils of using a window manager, I guess. There we go. We do have the authorization header still. Headers right there. Connect. Hopefully connected to the notification server. Although we forgot to include the broadcast. Actually, I don't know why I gave this special status or anything. This too is just handle broadcast, and we go all the way up, a little bit down. There we go. Okay. Oops. And http dot handle func of broadcast s dot handle broadcast. There we go. Oh, try connecting again. Okay, so we have connected. All right. Okay, and now a post request to the broadcast. And the params would be message of hello world from a notif. Send it. Hello world from a notif. We have created a notification server. Cool is that? ftp.fprintln w send message up. It should be an f at this point, or it can yeah, send message. That's okay, he knows what message he sent. Sent message or broadcasted message. Broadcasted notification. As simple as that. Well, that is a bit nonchalant, but yeah. Connect. connected to the notification server. So any client whatsoever can connect to this notification server, and then I, as the admin, can send a notification. Or you know what? Let us one up ourselves, and instead of well, yeah, that would be overkill. That would be a little bit of overkill. But I guess it's worth it. There we go. Some place around here. So if no, and in db.go as well, valid, right? We can do that right there, and valid to be true, and then one last thing, sub dot valid be true. Yeah, this is a weird way to do it, but as long as it works, really. This should not be named stat. This should be named sub dot valid. Write message. But before that, it should be that fmtp dot sprintf. This is a bit overkill, but I'm essentially just showcasing how it can be used. Okay, so let's connect another one, shall we? Let us connect another notif, but this time authorization will be noob science right there. So first up password, and second up the ID. Okay, so connect. What happened? Valid HTTP to why is it always going there? Oh, so we are connected to two clients. Let's connect. Okay, so both are connected now. That's incredible. And what's up? Broadcast notification. Jake, what's up? Noob Science, what's up? Yeah, so we have essentially successfully created a notification server. Yeah. Hi, Snail. I was not able to read your message. I'm sorry. Hello. And yeah, okay. Well, yeah, this is far from complete. Like, this probably needs a lot of stuff. Like, one thing I can probably already see is something that should insert the notification and get the notification. And moreover, the broadcaster himself should have valid authorizations, right? So you know what I should do? We should do a todo.txt, and let's actually, oops, yeah, not that. We need a new thing. We do that, and yeah. So first up, the task which is of B priority should be to uh, set up login, right? Next of top priority is privilege management for the broadcaster, right? No, that is important. And the next would be to set up what is that? Set up a timer for the notification to go off. We can do many things with this essentially. One more thing that I could actually think of is store all the notifications in the DB and actually measure user interaction, like whether he has actually clicked on it or not. But to be fair, this is usually not done. Like that is usually not done. Yep. So there we go. We have essentially set up a broadcast server. Thank you guys for watching, all of you who joined, and if you're still around, be sure to subscribe and stuff like that. And yeah, have a good one. I'll just finish up setting up a repo so I can store all of this in my Notif. A simple notification server written in Go. This was to test my this was written to understand WebSockets. So pretty simple. License. This code is licensed under the MIT license. For more details, check out the license file. There you go. We run a quick MK license, choose MIT, generating license. There we go. Perfect. We have it all set up, ready to go. Get status once more. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm not accidentally committing the initial commit. Alright, let's create a new repo. Simple notification server written in Go. There we go. Push. There we go. Let's open that up, which should open it up in 6 all the way. Yeah, simple and fun. Obviously the link to this will be in the bio or the description. Let me actually do that now. Let's take that and go here. Oh, thanks, Hakai. It indeed is nice. Yeah, it is quite fun. Thanks. This is the repo, by the way. Pasting it in the chat is probably That's okay. It's gonna be so cool. Check out the code here. Go. Save that. Yeah, that should be a bit easier. Oh no, I was trying to follow the link. That's how it looks for you guys. It looks pretty cool. Well, huh. I guess we're done. We have 2 users. Let me actually look at this again. Like, can you see how cool that is? I can even send in a up man. I can act all cool. You'll see Jake. What's up, man? And Noob Science. What's up, man? And multiple such instances can be connected all at once. Now, here's another weird thing. So, we have not set up mutexes yet, but considering that if this would be an actual notification, if it's like an actual notification server, it would probably hang up all the time, because I mean, for now we are just sending little tiny bits of text messages, so that's not a problem at all. Like that's just essentially all we're doing. But doing anything bigger than this would require quite a bit of effort. So yeah, that should be considered as well. But other than that, pretty cool project overall. It was a fun Saturday afternoon doing this. Let me detach from tmarks. Yeah, we have disconnected. As simple as that. We should probably set up some mechanism such that that doesn't happen. Okay, so there we all are. 7. Yeah, no, we no longer need that. And that's our OBS which is running. Well, so thanks guys for watching. I guess this is my first stream that had a good amount of users come in, like about 5 to 6 of you guys, and it already has 27 views. So thanks a lot for that. And yeah, I'll meet you guys in the next one. The recorded version of this would be available shortly on YouTube, so that won't be a problem. If you have any comments on this, anything that I should have improved, let me know in the comments. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye bye and happy Saturday.